Here is something strange about you. The second the world goes quiet, you come alive. So why does the night feel more like yours than the day ever did? People will tell you it is a bad habit, that you are lazy, that you just need more discipline, but that is the first thing almost everyone gets wrong, because the pull toward night can be biological, psychological, or both. There is an actual clock inside you. Scientists call it your chronotype, the private timing your body prefers for sleep and for being awake. Some people are wired to wake early, and some people, like you, lean late. That is real. That is not a flaw, but it is only the smallest part of the answer. So let us kill the laziness idea right now. An evening chronotype just means your preferred sleep and wake times sit later than most. Morningness and eveningness are timing preferences, not moral traits. You are not weaker for it. You are not broken for it. You are simply set to a different hour, the way some people are left-handed. Nobody chose it. It chose them. But here is where it gets stranger. Because if night is only about timing, then why does it feel so different? Why does it feel like freedom and not just a later bedtime? Think about your whole day. All day, someone can see you. Someone can message you, interrupt you, ask you for something, and quietly judge how you did it. The day is full of eyes. And your body knows it. When other people are around, and when you might be evaluated, your stress physiology switches on. The simple presence of others raises your arousal. You sit a little tighter. You brace a little harder, hour after hour, without ever noticing you are doing it. And then the night comes. The messages stop. The eyes close, one by one, across the whole city. And something in your chest finally lets go. But I wanted to understand what that letting go actually is. So there is someone here who spends her life studying exactly that. Sarah, what is really happening in the body when the night finally goes quiet?
Yeah, so basically, all day your system is braced for being watched. That bracing is not weakness, and this part matters. Chosen solitude is not the same thing as loneliness. One is a room you walked into, the other is a door that got shut on you. When you finally get real solitude, those high, tense feelings come down on their own. Night is simply when your nervous system stops performing for anyone. That is why it feels like relief, Tom. You are not hiding from people. You are just, for once, unwatched.
Huh. Okay, so the night is not an escape from people. It is the one time the alarm in your body switches off. And that quiet does something more. With no one interrupting, your focus has room to stretch out. There is even a curious finding here. Sometimes people solve certain insight problems better at their non-optimal hours, when the mind is a little looser and less on guard. So yes, the night can feel sharp and open and alive. But be careful with that feeling, because this does not mean night people are smarter or deeper or more creative as a group. That is the myth, and it is a trap. Quiet helps your focus. It does not hand you genius. The good ideas were always yours. The dark just stopped drowning them out. And be honest with yourself about one more thing. For most people, the night is chronotype, or privacy, or simple sensory relief. The whole world finally turned down to a volume you can stand. But sometimes, it is also avoidance. The dark is where nothing can be asked of you, where nobody is waiting on a reply. None of these is shameful. They just each mean something different, and each one deserves a little honesty about why you really stay up. Because loving the night is one thing, keeping it, at any cost, is another thing entirely. And the real danger was never in the darkness itself. It hides in what you quietly trade to stay there. Peter, if the night feels this good, why does it end up hurting people?
Right, so the trouble is never the preference. It is the collision. Your biology wants to run late, but the world demands an early start. Work, school, everyone else's clock. That gap has a name: social jet lag. It is the mismatch between your body's timing and your schedule's timing. And a night-leaning person can suffer more from being dragged up early than from the night preference itself. The sleep gets shorter on both ends, and even your reaction time pays the bill, Tom.
Wait, so it is not the night that is costing them, it is the morning that does not fit. Monday hits like a wall. You drag a body that wanted 3 more hours into a room full of people who woke up easy, and you spend the whole day one step behind, wondering why you feel broken when you are only mistimed. And there is a reason that gap keeps widening. Your inner clock is not fixed. It is set, every single day, by light. Bright light late at night can quietly nudge your rhythm even later. So the glowing screen you keep for company in the dark is teaching your body, night after night, that the day should start later than it did before. The freedom you love keeps drifting further out of reach of the morning, and it gets quieter and more personal than that, because there is one move almost every night person knows. It is already late, you are tired, you know you should sleep, and you stay up anyway, not for anything in particular, just to keep the hours yours. That is bedtime procrastination, delaying sleep for no outside reason, even though you fully expect to pay for it tomorrow. People have started calling it revenge bedtime procrastination, stealing back the free time the day took from you. Underneath it is a hunger for control over your own time. But here is the trap inside that. Every hour you steal from sleep, the next day gets a little worse. You are foggier, flatter, more frayed at the edges, and a worse day makes the next night feel even more necessary, because now you need that quiet more than you did before. So you take it again, and the sleep gets shorter again. It is a loop that tightens around you the harder you hold on. For most people, this is still a choice they can bend back, but for some, the delay is not a choice at all. When the timing shifts so far and so stubbornly that you cannot fall asleep or wake when you truly need to, and it genuinely damages your life, that is delayed sleep-wake phase disorder. And this needs saying plainly, it is not laziness. It is a real disorder of timing. The line was never whether you love the night. The line is whether the night is costing you the day. There is one more thing worth knowing, and it deserves a gentle hand. In research, leaning toward evenings has been linked with a higher vulnerability to some mental health struggles, low mood, anxiety, and the like. But a link is not a sentence. Association does not prove the night causes any of it, and plenty of evening people do genuinely well when their schedule is finally allowed to fit them. So this is not proof that something is wrong with you. It is only a reason to guard the one thing that protects you either way. So what does protecting it actually look like? It is not giving up the night. It is keeping the part you love without letting it shorten your sleep at both ends. Take the quiet a little earlier when you can. Dim the lights before you think you need to. Let the late hours still be yours, just not at the price of every single tomorrow. The healthiest version of loving the night is the one that still leaves you a working day, so all of it turns out to be true at the same time. The clock inside your body is real. The relief of finally not being watched is real. The pull to take back your own stolen hours is real. None of it is the problem. The problem was never that you love the night. The problem is only ever this, whether you let it quietly steal your sleep. Protect the sleep, and the night stays a gift that is truly yours. Lose the sleep to keep the night, and the dark slowly takes the daylight with it. So tonight, when the world goes quiet and you finally feel like yourself again, enjoy it. Just do not pay for it with the morning. The night was always yours. Make sure you still are when the light comes back.